Going on, everybody? This is the Control Chaos Show, episode 75. I am Cash Walker here with Jamel the Man Farmer.
What up? What up?
And we got our guest today, Affidavit. You see the name, you know the vibes. The producer extraordinaire, our good
Yes,
friend
sir.
for a long time, Davidson. How you doing, my brother?
Good, man. I'm
What
chilling.
up?
Good, man. Good to see you.
I,
Good to see you. It's crazy, crazy world we got going on right now. We're not gonna get into all the mess yet, but yeah, man. Thank you for coming on the show, and
Definitely,
jump
definitely.
in. That's what everybody does. That's what we have our guests do, yo. Jump in, speak your mind, say your opinion, cut me off, do whatever you gotta do. It just makes the show better, yo. So yeah, man.
Definitely, yeah.
Let's get
Don't
right.
oh, don't forget, Cash. Don't forget the best b-boy pop locker break
Oh,
dancer of all time, right here too. That's the man right there. We
he
go
about,
way back, the middle school.
he about, nah, I'm good.
Yo, Davidson
crazy.
used to have me like, I used to be like, yo, this this kid is the best kid in the world.
He was hitting
I
the
ain't never
moves.
been fascinated by that,
He
man.
was hitting them moves.
Nah, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, that was a long time ago though, but we on
Crazy.
different waves now.
Yeah, man. We all are on different paths,
Got the family, blessings to you guys.
right? I was gonna say, man,
Yeah,
yeah, Davidson, he's a family man now.
Yeah.
yeah.
He got his baby
Oh,
boy, he got the wifey. He don't be dancing like that no more. Says I'm trying to get this work, right? It's like,
all time.
got a
I ain't
family
got
to
no
feed.
time.
Yeah, yo, exactly. We were
Yeah.
talking about that before the show. Dudes ain't got no time to like work out no more, do none of that stuff, like barely. Even
Yeah,
it's crazy, man, how much stuff will like pile up on top of you, and you just like gotta try to handle it. Gotta try to handle it. But yeah, man, let's get into it. Express yourself. Jamel Davidson. Have I'm sure you guys have heard, but there was a basically like in New York City or Long Island, I think it was. There was a black student, 11 years old. This kid, he was at a Catholic school. He was forced to kneel to the headmaster and apologize to him for something as simple as not following instructions. That was it. It wasn't like he punched the kid in the face. Even no, I don't really think there is a circumstance that you
Hmm.
force just this kid. Now, it said that this is not a common practice. Like all the kids don't have to do this. Like they made this kid do this. Like they singled him out to basically kneel down, like bow down to me, and apologize. And it's that is messed up. Like you don't think this is messed up?
Nah, definitely. You go ahead, Davis. You take it first.
I what was the why just him?
So
They
yo,
just singled him out.
they singled him out. Now all right. So the kid's name, the headmaster's name, and the school is what is it? Saint Martin de Porres Marianist School. That's the name of the school. Saint Martin de Porres Marianist. And John Holian is uh is the headmaster, and he made 11-year-old Trayson Paul. Trayson, 11-year-old Trayson Paul, get on his knees and say what he did wrong after an English teacher found him working on an assignment too early, according to the
Wow.
Washington Post. After the teacher ripped up the paper and sent him up to the office, Holian reportedly claimed that he had the boy kneel since the father of the Nigerian student once showed him the African way of apologizing. So I guess he,
Uh,
he's saying that he wanted to make him apologize in his cultural way. The African
Oh, that's
father, he's
disrespectful.
saying the kid's father told him to make him apologize this way. Basically, I guess that's what he's trying to do. I just think it's wrong, and I don't in
yeah,
because it
ain't
singles
wrong.
that kid out. Like you could have just to me you could have been just as effective in the punishment if you just did the same thing you do to all the other kids. Why does he have to
Hmm.
get this singled out Nigerian apology?
Yeah. So hold on. Did it say that his dad told him to do it that
Yeah,
way?
it says here, uh, the headmaster John Holian, he reportedly claimed that he had or he had claimed that the boy that he had the boy kneel since the father of the Nigerian student. So this kid is Nigerian or of a Nigerian
Mm,
shoot. He said of a Nigerian student. So I don't even know if this kid's Nigerian. Now it's
mm.
getting thicker. Now that I'm reading it over here,
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah,
says the
yeah.
father of a Nigerian student once showed him the quote African way. That's what he said. His words, not mine.
Mm.
The African way of apologizing. Oh yeah, it says right here in the next
So
line. I'm sorry, I didn't read on. Paul, Tracing Paul, who is not Nigerian, was punished unfairly due to his race, according to the mother, Trisha Paul.
okay, so basically, wow. All right, so yeah, even all right. I'll give you a couple answers. Let's say if this kid was Nigerian, this was the way. It's wrong. You still don't do that.
Right?
That's if that's what the parents want to do in their own setting or their own privacy, that's fine. That's on them. But you don't have the right to do that, especially as even if the parents give you, the right, you still don't do that. No, that's a no
Yeah,
no.
I don't think so.
Secondly, that's not what happened. This headmaster just tried to not sound so racist and so wrong by
Yeah,
saying, "Oh, I I know in this culture this is what they do, so I'm trying to do it this way," and then put his own little twist on it. Nah, that's
exactly,
wrong.
exactly.
I
I
can't.
think that's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
I think he's
that's
caught up.
Nah,
like
I don't know. I think that's an excuse to make it seem like it's from his cultural thing, but they know what they were doing.
He knew
yeah,
exactly what he's doing.
yeah. They know
He knew
exactly what they're
exactly what he was
doing.
doing. He
And
was
and
like,
and then on top of that, it doesn't matter if he did something wrong or not. It was worse because he tried to do work early.
that's the reason. Like,
I don't even care if the work is late; it still don't justify it. But he's
he's
doing the work
getting out
early.
of right. Why are we punishing a kid for getting out ahead of what he was supposed to be doing in school?
Man, I know
That
my
sounds
teachers.
crazy,
My teacher would have been happy if I got work done early.
man. I don't even listen. Was I is I wasn't the best student. Let's just say that I wasn't the best student. I wasn't the hardest working too as in school,
Yeah.
especially back in that age. I was just to get me to sit still at the age of 11 was one thing. Punishing a kid for sitting still, doing his work, and then
Yo.
and then embarrassing him like that, ripping up the paper. Like, is this? I want to hear from people or some people at the
Oh,
when the show
they
is this a
went that.
Catholic school thing? Yeah, they went that far as to like rip up the paper in front of all the kids in the class, and then send them to the principal's office, basically the headmaster's office.
That's crazy
Yeah,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
it's
news.
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah. Not no lot. No, that tears me apart though, man. That like really hurts me because it's like not just embarrassing and belittling. It just that really that hurts my heart, man. To have a kid, any kid, to go through that, but especially a kid that's a minority, man, and it's just that's so wrong, man. Like my heart tears apart a lot. So
So the
it's
acting,
frustrating.
yeah,
This
yeah,
needs to
that's a crazy
stop.
story. It's a crazy story, and I'm sure it's gonna keep playing out. But the acting headmaster, obviously, this guy had to take an administrative lead or leave, Holian. The acting headmaster, James Conway, he said, "I want to assure you that St. Martin's, that's the school, neither condones nor accepts the actions of a headmaster of our headmaster." That's what he said. He wants to say that the incident does not reflect our long established values of the long established values or the established protocols regarding student related issues.
That's funny. They're only saying it because they're getting exposed for that.
That's it.
Definitely.
Yeah. If the mother never, the mother probably made a big deal of this, and if she did it, this whole thing probably just goes under the rug. It's a mess, man. It's a mess. Let's get on, man. That's a crazy story. We'll keep an eye on that, and
Yeah.
as things play out, we'll keep all y'all the fans tuned. Let's get to the news. Jamel, I know
Talk to
this
me.
I know this story is crazy. Kirk
Yeah.
Franklin. See, I think, and
Woo.
I think we're gonna end up on the opposite sides of this because I have a different view than I know that you have, right? So,
Uh-huh.
Davison, you heard about what's happening with Kirk Franklin right now? How his son recorded a conversation of him like spazzing out on him.
I didn't fully hear it, but I heard some of it.
Yeah. So when they were, I guess we first of all we don't hear the full. None of us heard the full version. We're all sitting here listening. What did he say to his dad to get him all hot like that? This is a man of God, Jamel. You know, and nobody's perfect. We all have our moments, you know.
Mhm.
And this is the man who brought this kid into on earth. Y'all both have sons. Now, I
Mhm.
want to ask you this. Like Kirk in an interview said something. Now, he said something really interesting to me. He said he needs to know that like I'm his father. He's my son. We're not equals. Like he disrespected me on a level that is like not okay for a son to talk to his father. And I understood that shit. I was like, yo, yeah, because there's ways that I would never talk to my dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's ways that like in y'all, it's two as fathers of sons. I want to know, I mean, Davidson, your son is much younger, but he's getting to that age where y'all about to be having some dialogue back and forth. And
Yeah,
Jamel,
that's definitely.
your son is a teenager.
Hold on, man. Hold on, Cash. Go ahead, Davidson.
Yeah,
I
no,
couldn't
go
hear
ahead.
the last part.
No, I'm saying, especially when you hit like that age, that's gonna happen when you get older.
Well, his son recorded this with Kirk Franklin because Kirk Franklin went off on a cursing rant at
Mm.
his son, like N word, F. He just I don't know what to F. He just was just about every single
No,
curse
he
word.
did. He was
The
using them all.
the son Davidson is actually 30 years old,
33.
33.
That's the point I want to get at. Okay, this kid, this ungrateful little shit. Like the only reason he actually was on the call saying like, oh, my, I'm a famous, like I'm related to a famous person, and then he like my molester's calling. He said like randomly in the video saying that his dad like molested him and stuff like that. Like this kid, something's wrong with this kid, and it's honestly he's a whole mess. Why are you biting the hand that fed you? You are
You know,
nothing,
you think,
literally nothing without this man.
nah, Cash. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking maybe he got older. Maybe he didn't get the money he got from his dad, and he's trying to expose him for things he couldn't get.
See, that
Mhm,
could be it. And that's what I'm saying.
mhm,
It'd be your family, yo. It'd be the closest people to you that be trying
mhm,
to like break you down. Like, why is he trying to take this man down? Kirk Franklin's 51 years old. None of
mhm.
any of his career has been anything like this. And who's the person who brings him to this? His own son, his firstborn son. That's a sad story, man. That's a sad story. And then to be having these claims of like molestation and like actually, like I love how he got out in front of it. That's how I know it's not true because he was
Well,
taking he was taking interviews. If somebody's
I
calling you a
don't,
molester, you hiding. You know
I
you
don't,
are. You know what I'm saying? You probably hiding.
yeah. I don't like how I don't think he should apologize. Um, but I get it. You know, he had to because Kirk Franklin, he's not all the way private. You know, like the documentaries on him. He's always in the media. He's always, you know, people are following him. So he's not always private, and some of it may not be his doing. So I get why he apologized, but I don't think that he should have apologized. But the way he went on his son, as me being, you know, a spiritual person, as a believer, you know, someone that, you know, follows a certain, you know, walk and lifestyle, not my religion, but my lifestyle as a Christianity, I was disturbed by what he was saying. Go ahead, Davidson. I was disturbed.
Yeah, you got a
Um,
you got a co-star.
you know, I was definitely disturbed. Um, what he was saying. Now, mind you, and this is my take. You know, some for me, some of the people on BT or just other believers, they kind of water down Christianity. They kind of
Yeah.
water down the faith and what it means to be a Christian. There's always a justification so they can get away with something. That's my personal belief. And I have that personal belief about a lot of believers. By no means, I am not perfect at all, and I make mistakes, and I've made tremendous mistakes in my past as well. But with that same breath, I I feel that as but some a lot of believers are, you know, giving their critique, and this is my new thing that I'm trying to, you know, advocate for. Because when a, a Christian criticizes another Christian or somebody, it's always either they're judging or, oh, you're supposed to be a God fearing person, and it's like, well, if I say I'm a Christian, I think I should have the right to critique or give my take. It's like people want to ask believers what they think, But when they say what they think, or they say what they think without asking, it's like, oh, you can't do that. You're supposed to be a Christian. You're supposed to be a believer. You're being judgmental. It's like, what? Like, no. If anything, I'm holding my brother accountable as I expect them to hold me accountable. But I'm not necessarily judging them. And I have a voice too. Like, so you can just because you're a believer, I feel like people that aren't like believers or take it that serious, can say what they want to say, but the minute a believer, a Christian, another Christian or someone of faith wants something to say, takes it serious, that wants to say something, it's, oh, you can't say, you're not allowed to say anything, and that's wrong. You know, we should be able to. Anybody should be able to say what they feel. So for me, I honestly feel like Kirk Franklin was too comfortable. It sounds like he used this language behind closed doors. It sounds to me, it appears, it presents to me off of how he was going in, the duration how he was going in. Like at some point, you got to say, like as a believer, like, yo, I'm kind of like, now every person gets in a moment. By all means, I've had moments, but it comes to a point.
I think that's
it comes to a point.
I think this. Yeah, he's comfortable. Yes, because he is a father. You know what I'm saying? And I can tell that this kid been pushing his buttons, and they've had a volatile up and down relationship. He even acknowledged as much that they've had therapy and all sorts of stuff like that. So I think that this kid just knows how to push his buttons and has been doing so for so long, and he's a spoiled brat, and he just wants something. And that's what he said in the interview as well. He's talking about, like, if you come in to ask me for something, then don't come and ask me with disrespect. And, you know, come to me. You need to come to me a certain sort of type of way. And I just think that that's, yo, come on, man.
Yeah, and the sister actually came out and said that basically what Davidson was saying. It almost seems like the sister was saying like he's mad at how his life was, and you know, I guess sounds like what he didn't or wanted in his life and didn't get it, or Kirk Franklin tried to make it happen, but he didn't. You know, he didn't. I don't want to say take advantage, but he wasn't there. He's probably being you know, tough, or oh, you weren't in my life like that, so no, I don't want it, and now regretting it at 33 years old. Now, I will say this: I totally get, you know, why, you know, Kirk Franklin might go off. Like the kid is, first of all, he's wrong for, I can't say he's a kid, he's a grown man, he's 33 years old. He's wrong for recording. Go ahead, Davis, you got no business. He's wrong for recording his father. One, two, he clearly, I don't care. I understand Kirk Franklin had the right to get mad, because for me, it presents that Kirk Franklin had the right to get mad and go off. Do I agree with how he went off? No. Do I think he's wrong for how he went off? Yes. And this is where, as a believer, do I think he's going to hell? It's not my call. And I think that's what some people need to realize.
It's not for you,
you know, as a believer, just because I'm saying he's too comfortable, he does that behind scenes, and you know he's wrong for how much he went in, doesn't mean I think he's going to hell. I don't know. I have no idea. That's not my call. You know, I know there's certain things that you should be careful and not do, you know, from what it says in the good book, what it says in the word, but that's not my call ultimately. So I don't know. So I'm not gonna be the one to say, yo, he's going to hell. I'm not saying yes or no. I might say, oh, it might be tough, but that ain't my call, you know. And just like when he had his pornography, issues, I was right there behind him. I didn't, all right, we all sinners. We all do wrong. But he came out, and to me, now that time, he seemed a lot more genuine and a lot more sorry.
Yeah.
And like hurt during that time than this time. That's just me. But I'm also careful who I watch and who I believe, and who say they're believers like that. So, but I don't know what's going on, what's going to happen. That's between him and God.
Yo, this is
but
gonna bring
I do
on
think
like a full scale investigation. This is not between him and God. This is between him, God, the cops, all sorts of stuff. Like this. Look at what this dude has
I
done
definitely
now.
believe that. Yeah, I definitely believe the son is wrong though. It's messed up, So I hope they could. Good. I hope they could. Whatchamacallit.
I was worried that you were gonna coddle this kid and be like, "No, man, you can't be talking to your kids like that."
Nah, man. Listen, there's some things that my son, he get me. Now I don't go in
off on him like that, but yeah.
Not even 10% like what
like
Kirk
that.
did.
He went crazy on. That's what I'm saying. He blacked out, yo. So
yeah.
He like forgot he was talking to his son.
Yeah.
He said, "You mother, don't ever disrespect me, mother." I was like,
Wait,
"Oh
hold on.
shit."
What was it? Was it an audio recording or?
Yeah,
Yeah, like a phone call.
yeah. It was an audio recording of the phone call.
Who would have
Yeah.
thought his own son a recording?
Yo, that's what
Like,
I'm saying. Your own son. That's
Yo,
what I
when
mean.
when
His
money
guard
when
was all the way
money when
down.
money and fame is involved, and you don't get it, man. That stuff is the root, man.
Yeah, that's
that's like
foul.
that's like 50 Cent and his kid, his first
Yup.
kid.
Yeah.
That's the same situation. Like he doesn't get what he wants, so he hates his
Entitled.
father.
He hates it.
Entitled. That's
Yo,
crazy.
and I will say 50 at sometimes is petty and childish, but at the end of the day, yo, 50 say, yo, you didn't earn it. Like,
Yeah.
hey,
If you want some
maybe
money
maybe
from
maybe
me,
if you come correct and establish, because from what I've read, 50 tried to establish a relationship and the kid didn't want it.
yeah, because he
So
wasn't like
it
just
comes to
gonna
a
give
point in
her money.
time. Yeah,
Don't
it comes
just
to a
give her
point in
money.
time. It comes to a point in time when you do your best to establish a relationship years and years, and they don't want it. What are you supposed to do? You
Yo, I'm
know,
telling everybody,
especially
I'm telling everybody right now, if a show blows up and I become rich, don't come to me asking me for money.
mm-mm.
Come to me with a business plan. Come to me with an idea. Come to me with a tip on a stock. Come to me with something that's gonna get us both some bread.
Yeah,
I'm not just gonna give you money. Like that's not how the fuck it works. Nobody ever gave me nothing. So,
yeah,
like, don't just give people stuff. Like,
Yeah, you know, that's family in general. They're gonna ask you. They're thinking like you just have to give it to them.
yeah, because you're my family. Like, why? Like I got like, come on, man, that's crazy. There be family
yeah, yeah,
members, like sometimes they be wild.
yeah,
They be
yeah.
wild, So yeah, man, that's crazy. Yo, let's move on. Uh, the Republicans are at it again, y'all, with the filibuster madness. These dudes are talking for hours about ham sandwiches and salads and all sorts of crazy shit just to keep from talking about these bills in Joe Biden's agenda or anything that is in favor of the Democrats. Um, it's just crazy. I just don't even know what this is. How does the government work this way? like
They make those
how?
rules at this point, man. Anything to block anything.
So, but what's crazy about it is that this isn't even a constitutional thing. Like one
Mm-mm.
dude just did it one day on the Senate floor, and they let it happen. And since then, they've just been doing it. Like, but the Republican Party has taken it to a whole new level. They said
Mm-hmm.
when Obama was in office, in the first year in office, they did like 70 something filibusters. There had previously only been like 66.
Yeah, it was something like 53, and Obama from like '09 and 13 had like 68. All I know is like for like 3 or 4 years, Obama, there was like way more filibusters in those years from all the years combined.
Now, let me ask you
And they
this.
want to say and they want to say Obama had a fair shot.
Yeah, exactly. Let me ask you this, and that's why every time it was like that, like when our boy came on here and was talking that craziness about, oh, Obama didn't do anything for black people. Obama couldn't do anything for anybody. Like everything Obama tried to do, they stonewall him
They
with
shot
the
down or they found a blockade. They
yeah,
talked
or
forever until it went away.
yeah, exactly, which is crazy, and I just can't. How does government run this way? How can they just do this? And why can't we stop like this? Like what? Can we not pay taxes when they do shit like that? And like they don't
I
get
know,
paid
right?
or something? Like what happens? What? There has to be a legal ramification. I don't understand.
Something.
I don't understand.
Something.
But anyway,
It's wrong.
we'll see how that whole thing plays out too. The government's crazy. March Madness, it's on and popping. How y'all brackets look?
I ain't do one.
I didn't play no brackets, but I seen damn how many upsets.
Yo,
A
Crazy.
lot of
so
upsets.
many, yo,
Is it
so many
like the
upsets.
most?
I don't know if
It
it's the
has to
most.
be.
There was just I just watched the 11 versus a 4 like a 14 in the second round. Like it
I
was
have a
crazy.
theory. I
What's
have
that?
a theory. All the people, all the kids, the top ranked kids and all that, they're not going to the big schools as much as they used to. They're going to smaller schools.
That
You
could
know,
be.
like Cash, like your man's, Obi Toppin. He went to what? Dayton? He could have went to any school he wanted to. He went to a low mid major. He went to Dayton.
True, and tore it up.
So
Player of the year.
yeah. So I think these kids are going to other programs, smaller programs like Murray State, like John Morant,
Like this,
and they're
kid
making
from
noise
Oral
over
Roberts. You see that kid?
there. Yeah,
from
Oral Roberts.
My man he's got more points than any player in the tournament right now. And one dude had 36 today. He has been balling.
Yeah.
Like he's been balling. This kid, I forget his name, but this kid is just giving them buckets from all over the floor. I don't have everything right in front of me, but who wins it now? Is it clear for Gonzaga? Y'all think?
Nah, I don't got Gonzaga.
Nah. Who you got?
I don't know. Michigan? What do you think?
Let's go. Let's go.
I was gonna say the same thing. I was like, yo, I think if there's anybody else left who can do it, it's Michigan. But I did like a lot what I saw from Oregon this afternoon. They look dangerous.
I got Michigan, one bracket. I don't have any brackets, but if I were to have a bracket, I have 3 different brackets. One bracket would be Michigan. Okay. One bracket, I gotta go with UConn because I always gotta make sure that they win. And then probably Gonzaga will probably be the other one.
Okay. I like that.
I don't see Gonzaga going far though. Just watching them the way they play.
Yeah.
Oh, Florida State. They're looking good right now. I got them on the television. They're looking good.
All right. We shall see.
Yeah,
we shall see. But Michigan, we gotta take something home, man. Please.
Hey, shout to Jawan Howard. Shout to Jawan Howard, the boy. We all love the Fab Five. Yo, did y'all hear that Krispy Kreme is giving away free donuts to people getting the vaccine? All you got to show is like a proof that you got the vaccine. Go to a Krispy Kreme.
Really?
Give you a donut, bro.
Wait.
So it's like
for how many?
It's like they're keeping you alive and killing you at the same time. That's the slogan right there. I don't know how many you get, David.
Wait. Cash.
Yo.
Wait, for what? You said Krispy Kreme for
the vaccine.
Like, what do you mean? Like a whole box?
I don't know if it's a box or if it's like just one donut.
You can't eat just one glazed Krispy Kreme donut.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be a box.
Yo, when I remember when I first picked up a Krispy Kreme donut, glazed joint, that joint, it's like a Skittle, it's like a Starburst. It's like they're small, and you just devour them in your mouth, and you just get another one like in the bag.
It like melts in your mouth. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says show your vaccination card and get a free original glazed donut. Just one donut, I think.
Nah, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
I bet you couldn't read it. Yeah, it's crazy. Is it backwards?
No, that's good.
Word. Yeah. You got one free donut. So yeah, man. Go out there, get vaccinated, y'all. Get you a donut too. I see Tiante. Shout out to Tiante, friend of the show. He got his first shot today. So shout out to Tian, being a leader in the city. You know what I mean?
Hold on.
Heavy.
Guys, are you getting a shot?
No.
Am I gonna do it? I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Cause what
about you, Davidson?
There's old people. There's older people. There's older people that gotta get it. I want the high school kids to get it first. I want everybody to go because I'm a selfless person. All right, I'm doing it for y'all. Y'all can hit this vaccine first. I want y'all to have it because I want y'all to live.
You know,
I'm putting my life on the line.
A lot of people that got the shot, they can't wait to get their second shot already.
Good.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
I'll get y'all second shot too. Because the more people get it, the less people gonna have it.
Yes.
I can't get it because I ain't
gonna
have
it. Then we'll see after 3 to 4 years. Then I might take it.
Yeah. I'm gonna see.
Damn, 3.
Yo, Davidson, man.
He said 3 to 4 years. Yo.
It took 10 years for the flu vaccine to be where it is now.
That's true, yo. My research scares me.
Yeah, I'm not, and I don't think it's gonna take that long because I think they over exaggerated, but I do believe that the technology is better, so they could work faster and do more improvements. I do believe that, but I don't think it's a year and a half worth. Nah, not that. No, we didn't improve that much.
So what if they push it though? Like if you were to travel or go to like, like to games or any of that, they
Well,
push.
if they do that, that just fits into some of my conspiracy theories and stuff that may line up with my Bible, and I'm not touching it. Now this is where we talk about sacrificing. Were you prepared? Are you prepared for a certain lifestyle? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. I need to get prepared. I'm gonna start guess what I mean. I'm gonna start with this B12. I'm gonna start doing these vitamins. I'm gonna start
That's
smoking
what the
yeah,
real Freeway Ricky Ross says. He uses a lot of
yeah.
B12.
I'm gonna start smoking as much weed, like all that stuff like that. We gotta back up. And we gotta get correct.
Oh, yo, Cash.
What's up?
If marijuana will help not take the vaccine,
Oh yeah, then there it go. I'm saying.
I may have to get me some oil.
Oh man, yo, that's all you need.
Some
You need to
CBD oil.
CBD oil. That's all you need, bro. That's all you need. I hold you down.
You said what, Davidson?
The Cash would be happy as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm telling because he needs it. He needs it like I need it. No, I'm a legalize an activist. That's all I am. I just think it's a pointless thing to lock people up for, or even pull somebody over for. It's a waste of time. But you're pulling over somebody for having weed on them. There's literally a house getting robbed and a girl getting raped, and you're over here pulling me over for weed. Like what the frick is going on here? But anyway, that's it, man. Y'all, get vaccinated if you want to. I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life. Get it if you want to.
No, definitely.
What to watch? David, you like the? I know. Are you a Marvel guy or a DC guy?
Marvel.
Then I know you got that Disney Plus, and I know you watching Falcon and the
Oh,
Winter Soldier.
watch it though. I want to.
What? That's our what to watch. Everybody on the lookout. If you don't have Disney Plus, get it now because the price don't went up. They done raised it for $1 too, and I think it goes up in April. So get it.
I knew I should have kept them stocks, man. Dang, I should have kept them stocks.
You had stock in Disney and didn't keep it.
I had like 6 stocks, man.
I'm out of
6
here.
or 8 stocks.
I can't believe you. Why would you do that?
Yo, I had it for like a year, man, and it wasn't freaking. It was going down.
It never goes. It never stays down. It's Disney. It's Disney.
You said what, Davidson?
So as soon as you left, now they making moves.
Yo,
Big
come
moves.
on, man.
It's like he left and they
Come on,
bought
man.
ESPN.
Nah, they already had ESPN.
Oh, when
They
you
already
did
had
that,
ESPN.
that was
Yeah,
over
them joint,
that
I
was
think I
over
bought it.
double
I think I bought it when it was like at 150, and they kept on going down. I was like, yo, I need my money, man.
I can't.
And
believe
like
you're
a couple
broke
months after I
already.
sold it, I think it's at like 180 or 210 or something
Nobody
like that right
stopped
now,
you
man.
from that? That's so crazy. That's
Nah.
so crazy. Let's get on.
That's how it always was.
Always.
That's it, man. Let's get on to Stay Woke. I know. I can't wait for this Falcon and the Winter Soldier though. That's gonna be fire. Well,
It was good.
I have a nice review for y'all. The fans, the best fans, are the fans of this show. I'll let you guys know as the season goes on how it plays out. All right, let's do it, man. Stay woke. David, thank you for joining us again. Listen, we here with Affidavit, y'all. We are going to be talking about something that is a little personal today. David, I know where you're from, and are you from Danbury and stuff like that? But tell everybody your nationality, and where your folks are from, and everything like that. Jamel and I know the story, but we want to tell y'all, and then we want to talk about the significance of the impact of the things that are going on down in Georgia and really all over the country, man, with our Asian American community here in the U.S. So yeah, man, I'll give you the floor. Just tell everybody, a little bit about yourself, what your, I don't know if it's nationality or ethnicity. Is it ethnicity?
Ethnicity. Just say ethnicity.
Yeah, let's say
ethnicity.
Yeah, I'm Davidson. I'm Cambodian. My family, they're from Cambodia. I was born in Tennessee, so.
Oh, I didn't know you was born in Tennessee.
That's how I got my name, right?
Nah.
If you look it up on Tennessee, I was born in Nashville, on Davidson County.
Oh. Wow.
We got a banger here.
Yeah, so from Nashville. I've never been back. and then we moved to Danbury and been living there for a while now.
Mm.
But I was gonna say, why Denver? You have family up here already?
No, I think it's funny because for some reason everybody, even like cousins, family, everybody seemed to go straight to Denver. Maybe everybody went the same route and just followed.
Because we
Mm.
have a pretty large Cambodian, specifically Cambodian community. Like, I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
we got a lot of Asian Americans here, but
but definitely
specifically
Cambodian.
Cambodians, right? I'm asking you. I mean, you know better than I would.
Yeah, not mostly like southeast. It's like Vietnamese, like Laotians,
Laos and yeah, I
um,
know.
Thai, Thai's close.
Mm.
Yeah, all of that
Word,
southeast.
word. So yeah, man. I mean, obviously we want to talk about what happened and everything like that down in Georgia. So there was a crazy kid who's how old was he? 21, I want to say. Right, Jamel? He was 21.
Something like that. I don't know the exact age.
Yeah, I think he was 21 years old. Anyway, he was going around to salons and massage parlors, right? I believe it was, and just
Mhm.
shooting random people, and targeting specifically Asian Americans. Um, and this left what 8 people dead, and right now, the reason that we want to bring this up, David, because we want to kind of bring some more attention to it, because obviously
Yeah,
when the Black Lives Matter stuff like that happen, and black people specifically, I know I'm black, yo. When we getting killed unjustly like that, the whole world goes crazy, and I feel like they see it as an opportunity almost. But now
yeah,
the same thing I'm seeing happening. I'm not seeing that same like outrage, not just from even just from like like white people and black people, other people not Asian Americans, but even from other Asian Americans, I'm kind of seeing it. So I'm wondering, like, how is it that like when you see stuff like this happening, how has it been? Like, have you experienced anything like that going down?
Nah, I actually just experienced something like that at work.
really.
Really?
This is crazy. Recently, like I'm talking about not even like a month. This just happened recently.
Wow.
But
Really.
like walking towards the bathroom, this guy, I don't want to say no names, but
Yeah.
he was cool. Every time I seen him, he's like, "Oh, what's up, Davidson? Oh, my boy." So it's like whatever I see him. One time I'm walking to the bathroom. I just happen to be walking to the bathroom. I hear him say, he was like, Asians have slanted eyes. It's just the truth. I hear that conversation as I'm walking in the bathroom. He
Wow.
goes, Asians slanted eyes. It's just the truth. He said it like 3 times. Then I walked in there. I was like, I kind of like laughed it up. I was like, that's not necessary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got so reckless. He didn't expect that. Like, so as like time passed, I was like, should I go to HR or
Mhm.
should I talk about it? I was like, I don't know. I felt like going to HR wasn't the right thing. I don't know. I don't know if it wasn't. I just felt like it wasn't his like intentions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You ever feel like his intentions like because he would have said it to my face.
Exactly.
But I guess it was going towards the whole that Dr. Seuss thing,
Mhm.
that whole thing that was going on,
Oh,
and I
yep.
guess
Yeah.
They canceled
guys.
Dr. Seuss. Yeah. Blah blah.
So he was saying it like it was normal. He was like, "Well, I feel like that happened in the Dr. Seuss book, like with the whole slanted eyes thing." And I kind of see where he was coming from, but he still didn't give up. He was like, "But it's true." I was like, "Yo, you can't say that." And
Yeah.
he's standing there, he's almost like trying to defend, like, but it's the truth, right? But I'm like,
Exactly.
"Hey, but you can't say that." Like,
Right.
if
Yeah.
it was could have got smacked from somebody else, it could have been a different thing. You could have been an
Exactly.
HR. You would have lost your job.
Over that
Mhm.
something. So yeah. Exactly.
To let you know it can't happen. It's almost like one of those people, they don't know better. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know. It's almost like you don't want to say like white people, but a lot of them don't know. They don't experience things like that, so they don't know better. So you have
Yeah.
to kind of
Especially like
explain
about
it.
their physical appearance. Like nobody's like checking, and white people are making fun of them about like a lot of times like their physical appearance. And even though he's probably not even thinking like he's making fun of it. Like and I hate this is what I don't like though. I do it too. Like we be making excuses for them. Like you was about to do it. You
Yeah.
was about to be like, nah, nah. Like I get it. He would have said it to my face, but I'm like, nah, yo. But
Yeah.
we all do it. I do it myself
Yeah.
at work all the time. When people come out their normal language and be like, "What's up, brother? What's up, my brother?" Like, dog, you don't talk like that. Like, I know you don't talk like that.
Yeah.
Oh
And
no, yeah,
and quite
yeah.
frankly,
Only when
neither
they're
do,
around.
yeah, and quite frankly, neither do I. Like, I don't
Yeah.
talk. That's what I'm saying. I don't talk like that,
Yeah.
especially at work. Not if I'm trying to keep this job, but they are quick
Yeah.
to to switch, man. Like people, and they act like they don't have any like decorum, like they don't have any ability to hold back. There's no filter. And then once you
Well,
catch him
I
out,
think
like how you caught him, now he want to be like, oh, but yeah, you get it, right? You get it.
my thing is whether he was saying in your face or not. These are the implicit judgments or biases that people have within themselves that they don't realize it, and because he tried to defend it, is that's implicit. He doesn't understand. He doesn't get it. He's not educated. He doesn't see how that's wrong.
You guys
Um,
Yeah,
ever I mean, of course, but you guys been in situations where like it's weird that whole thing that happened. I actually hardly got offended. It was weird. I didn't really get
yeah,
offended,
mhm.
but it was just a thing. Like, what if he was to say it towards my son or towards my mom, and then
Mm,
once you let it go, that's where stuff's they
yeah,
get used to letting it fly. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And
yeah.
I different like Asian women at my job. What if it was said towards them?
Mm,
yeah.
And so I'm
You
like,
gotta check him. You gotta check him in like the nicest, most professional way. Like check him, and just like you said, like me, I'm not going to HR. I'm HR.
yeah.
Like that's how I feel. I check people
But this, but
right and left.
this the thing though. I feel, and I could be wrong, but I feel like that's what a lot of us minorities do, Davidson. We kind of bring it to the person's, try to talk it out or like, yo, handle it ourselves. Where our counterparts, they'll go straight to HR. They'll go straight to Karen. Will go straight to the police
Mm-hmm.
and make some bull crap up.
Yep.
You
oh,
know,
it goes right to yep.
yeah, yeah. And I think sometimes we get we do ourselves a disservice by not going to HR or calling the police or putting our pride down or saying, "No, what? Let's just do it how we need to handle it accordingly." And sometimes I think we do ourselves a disservice by not doing that. But in this case, I probably wouldn't have went to HR neither. Um,
True.
so, but how else were you feeling when that happened? Because usually it's like a police brutality that's like a black person. Like how did you feel, Davidson? How did your family feel? Did your family talk about it? Like when and then we got a new hashtag. What is it? Stop Asian hate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because a lot of it, if you like look into what's going on, it's like most of it's targeted towards like older Asian people. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you go to San Fran, if you go to like LA and stuff, there's like a bunch of gangs of like different Asian, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Banging everything. But you're targeting like people that can't like, you know what I mean, do nothing for
And
themselves.
Right.
defend themselves.
And that's the
And
thing.
I don't
Exactly. I saw one where it's like
and
they killed like
yeah,
in San Francisco. It was like a 70-something-year-old man. Like they pushed this guy, pushed him over, and like there's like these
yeah.
violent things happening, and they're like starting to attack these people. And
And you know what first, because you know what they try to do, like the media, they try to divide people because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it would be from not just white people, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I saw in New York City on the subway. It was this black dude was like,
Yeah.
saying like, "Yo, get out of here, son! You got that kung flu. You got that kung flu. The
Mm-hmm.
China virus. It's China virus." And those are the things that he didn't make that up himself. He heard that on
Yeah.
TV. You
And I
understand?
think I think one of the reasons that we wanted to bring Davidson on is because I think that's a dialogue that needs to happen
Absolutely.
that never gets talked about. We're Asians, especially in our city in Danbury, there's a bunch of Asians, a whole bunch of African Americans, West Indies, and we kind of have this, how do I call it? We kind of have we cool, but there's also those time periods where things get awkward, and there is some tension, with black people and Asians, or where we may have certain different cultures and we kind of don't, see everything with each other, and so That's one of the reasons that we, brought you up. I think it's something that we need to talk about, like the different cultures, and I actually got this, and I'll give props to I don't know if he's still rapping, but a dude named China Mac, and he was talking about how the cultures are different and how, like his parents or the older generation are quiet, they don't say much. And us sometimes as minorities, if you don't, like, if you go to your grandmother's house, you don't speak, like they're gonna cuss you out. So I know me personally, I'll just use myself for example. I'm a talker, so if someone Asian may not say nothing to me, I'm like, yo, that's highly offensive. Like, that's mad disrespectful. Like, yo, why they ignore me? But I don't understand the culture all the way neither until I became a therapist and I understand a little bit more. So what's your thoughts, Davidson?
You know what it is? I think like the Asian culture in general, like they don't speak much. They're more just like do it has to be done.
Right.
Job has to be. They don't defend themselves. That's why people would look like the Asian culture. Some people would be like, Asian people are soft. Like you hear that all the time.
Yeah.
That's why gangs and stuff are made. Like if you do your research on like TRG and stuff, that's why Asians are made to defend culture.
Defend the culture, yeah.
Yeah, just nobody speaks up. Nobody. You see how like Black Lives Matter and stuff, how the
Right.
movement stuff, because everybody's like, we can't do this no more. For the Asian culture, it's like it's not us or doesn't happen here.
Yeah.
That's what's bad. Like nobody speaks up about it.
Right. And it's
Yeah,
like once
yeah.
it does happen there, it's like there's still no rally, you know what I mean? And it's like I do feel you with that, yo. Like it seems like to be like there's kind of like a blending in type of thing with like the culture. Like I think that's like any type of immigrant culture of like modern, like when your parents just want you to just come and just blend in and just go to school, do your work, get a good job, like that's the
Yeah,
typical stuff,
yeah.
but yeah,
I think it's just so
I do feel like
at the
that.
same time, we're so connected to each other, but I feel we're still so distant from each other.
Yeah.
It's like I'll give you another example, and it actually happened to do with Davidson's house. So I do ministry work. So Davidson's little brother, I did ministry work. He used to come to Young Life, stuff like that. And the first
Yeah.
time I actually went to Davidson's house was with his brother Cena, who I call Davidson because they look alike. So I went to with Cena to his house. I forgot what we was there for, and I had all these expectations, right? I'm respectful. I know they're cool. I know the family, so I know everybody cool. But I went there, and I'm just like, okay. It's the families. It's just like if I were to go to my grandma or Swell's grandma's house, they offer you food, and it was nice. It's nice,
Yeah.
I forgot which brother came in, Davidson, but everybody, what up and stuff like that, and I was just like, like this is, it made me feel good to know a little bit more, about I never really been, I don't think I've ever been this, matter of fact, that's the first time I've been inside like an Asian home, maybe.
Oh, I was about to say an Asian crib too.
Yeah, I think it was. And so, I thought it was cool to be a part of that and see that, right? And so I think we're so, especially in this city, we're so connected, but we're so distant at the same time. And I thought that was cool for me to have that experience. And I think how do we have a more of an open dialogue with one another and talk about one another? And that's the other thing, as much as, African American people keep their stuff private and don't want the world to know, Asians, they're like the same way. They want their stuff in there, and they really want their stuff in their household. On top of being quiet in general. So, like, Davidson, how do you think? Because I think our age, Davidson, it's a little different, right? Because you guys kind of are in a little bit. So that's how we're able to talk to you, and we're so cool with you. But the older generation, so how do you think we like fix that? So if we're buying something and if an Asian, mom or dad who's running the store is looking at us, not staring us down, we may not feel like, they think we're a thug or a thief or stuff like that. How do we, I think with that open dialogue with everything, I think that would help the connection, the relationship. How do we do that?
Yeah. I don't know where it starts. That is hard to think about.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
That's a tough question to ask. And honestly, I really think the best way To answer is like it don't even have to be just specifically. That's not even a race thing. I just think it goes back to the fundamentals of like how
Mm,
would you want your kid to go to the store or act or whatever, and then how would you look at somebody else's kid if they were coming into your store? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Instead of just we gotta stop seeing each other as threats. And
yeah.
start seeing each other as like other human beings. And no matter
Mm,
what your appearance is, doesn't matter if you have gauge earrings or piercings, tattoos on your face, 90-pound gold chain on your chest. It doesn't
mhm.
matter if she's wearing a dress that's
You
tight,
know,
skinny, or whatever.
uh,
Like all that stuff like that. Like there's too much stuff with appearance that we apply, and then we're always profiling people before we actually know who they are and what they're about.
But sometimes we may take that and be too much because like we said, a lot of older generation of Asian descent, they're quiet people, and it appears like they're just observant and they're quiet. So like how that's if that's their culture, then maybe we should get used to that and know that,
Yeah,
because maybe that would help us not feel so threat.
yeah,
But my fault, Davidson. Go ahead.
you know what it is because they don't really like speak about it. So Asian people are so like observing that they could look at you a certain way, and it's probably not even the way you think it is.
yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
Could be. I've been in situations where, so I've been in a situation where I went to a friend's house, and it was an Asian person's house, and
Mm.
I
mm,
walked in the house, and the lady, she was speaking Cambodian. She was like, "What is the Spanish kid doing in here? Like, what is he doing in here?" And guess what? I said, "How you doing in Cambodian?" She said, "I'm so sorry." And
mm,
guess what? I didn't say, "Oh, it's all right." I said, "That's not right.
mm.
That's not
She
right."
thought you were
Yeah.
Spanish.
She thought Spanish. She was Cambodian, and I said something in Cambodian. She was like, "No."
That's
Now,
wild, yo. Yeah,
yeah.
you gotta
Yeah. And
check.
I think that
Yeah, check your own people too.
that's what we need to do, man. That's what I'm talking about, Davis. That's what we need to
Yeah,
do. All of us, every single nationality, ethnicity. I think we need to just do a better job of checking our own
absolutely,
people on top of checking other people. You
It's
know.
absolutely.
true because situations before working at my last job, there was a black lady, and she kept saying the same jokes like, "I don't eat none of that Chinese cats and dog stuff," and I used to be like, "You can't say that," but
Yeah,
Oh
she never
wow.
to be like, "You can't say that, like that's not normal." Like, and there was other people that took it to the head, and I used to be like, I try not to take it to the head, but I used to be like,
you
"Don't
can't help
say
it.
that."
Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
help it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Cause like yo, when you hear stuff like that, and then and the thing is, it's not even like we're on some new like cancel culture type stuff. You could never say that. Like that's
Never.
not at no point was that all right. It's just people just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And it's like now is the time where people are coming out and supporting these movements and these ideas and just saying like, yo, enough is enough. When are we gonna evolve as people and stop like, focusing so much on image and stuff like that and how we're looking and all
Yeah,
that nonsense. I was just like, I can't take it.
yeah.
I can't take it, man.
Davidson,
But Cash, you know what I find funny? Like I appreciate the whole. Like I felt like it was meant to happen. The whole Trump thing. Like you guys were probably like, nah. He was like, you seen people's true colors. People that I
Yeah.
thought were not like that came
Yup.
out.
Yup.
yeah,
We all seen
yeah.
it. We all
We
seen
we
it.
needed to see that.
We
Yo,
did.
Jamel, bro, I don't know, David, I don't know how long you've been listening to the show, but I said this shit in the beginning, bro. Like, and when we started this show, you could probably go back to like episode 3, 4, or whatever. And this is episode 75. You could go all the way back then and hear me saying, like, yo, Donald Trump is not the president that we wanted, but he's the president that we needed. Because I
Mm,
said he's about to change the world. And
yeah,
like, sure enough, I think he did. Like
yeah.
I think he did. People are more
I think
woke now.
he helped the nation. He helped the nation, like,
Divide us.
yeah, but at the same time, it helped
Yo,
people
bro,
like
I don't think
start
I
movements.
don't think we're divided like that, dog. If we're divided at this point, that shit's like 90-10. Because even people that were supporting Trump as of January were like off that. They were like, yo, I can't with this dude anymore. Like, not like the insurrection
No,
was what.
there's still some that support him, Pop.
Yeah, I know. I said it's 90-10 split. If we're
Oh,
divided
okay, okay.
in that 10% could get a knife and run into it for all I care. How about that?
So
They could
real
jump
quick
off a bridge.
to go back real quick. So Davidson, do like any of your like older like people like your aunts and uncles, parents, like that culture, do they ever sit down and talk about this stuff? Like, what is it like for your family, like the older generation?
Yeah, like when you hear like all that crazy stuff like in the media and
Oh,
about like the stuff that's happened, like these attacks and stuff like that. Does it make you guys like uncomfortable? Does it make you uneasy?
it, it is
The older
pretty.
generation.
Yeah, I had a conversation with my mom about it. She's talking about even like going to stores. She doesn't expect like if something was to happen to her.
Yeah,
So that's how news is like. What if it was my mom?
Mm.
Mom brings it up. She's like, she's not even sure like if she should go out like that. You know what I
yeah.
Has she always thought like that before? This is kind of like the first time.
No,
mean? No, more because it's more like it's happening more.
yeah,
Mm.
Like this wasn't before. Now it's like the regular.
and
Mm.
everywhere too, man. Like all corners of the country is happening.
Yeah.
It's wild out here, man. So yeah, man. I really just like I said, David. I just wanted to make sure that you know that you got our support here at the show, and everybody like that, and all anybody out there listening of Asian American descent or not Asian American, just anywhere in Asia in general. We got our
Yeah. Yeah.
support, and
Like
I want to bring attention to this and let people know that, dude, this is if you see something like this stuff happening, be the one to step in and be the one to stop it from happening.
Yeah. That's definitely what we
Don't
want.
wait for the cops. We got to stop this. We're gonna have to police
Yeah.
this ourselves, and
Yeah.
and really make sure that we're keeping an eye out for this type of stuff that's happening, so that things like this don't happen again.
Yeah. Go ahead, Davidson. What was you about to say?
no, I feel like this world would be better if we just all defended ourselves. Like not ourselves, like other people, you know what I
Yeah, yeah.
mean? Like any race, even if it was happened to be a white person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have some
Mm.
Because
compassion
people
for
are like,
people.
oh nah, they don't understand. But even a white person, like same thing. Like I don't know, because nowadays people they just take out the cameras and like, look what's going on, but nobody
Nobody does
goes
anything.
that.
Like I wish I would have been there when George Floyd was
Hold on,
getting
guys. Go ahead,
fucking
Davidson.
killed on.
What was you about to say, Davidson?
No, I'm saying a lot of people are just doing things for proof. Put the cameras down, and you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Definitely.
facts,
Definitely.
facts.
So I mean, and for me, we I propose some questions, but I want the listeners, the viewers to know the questions I propose. Some of them can't be answered tonight. Some of them won't be answered tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take time. It's going to take more dialogue. It's going to take more, relational healing and connection with one another on all levels: Caucasian, Asian, African American, West Indian, Middle Eastern. If Muslim is your choice of your faith and stuff like that, it's, on so many levels, it's something that's going to continue. So people, it's not going to happen overnight, but we got to do it.
At the end of the
We
day,
have
it doesn't even matter. We're all breathing the same air. We
to.
all
Yeah,
poop and pee and throw up when we drink too much or eat something nasty. We are the same.
yeah,
There's only one
yeah,
race. We might look different, but there's only one race. And
yeah.
yes,
You know, they
over
say
time,
they said
What
they say
happened?
judge. That's a reflection of your own insecurities.
facts,
Mm-hmm.
facts.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't have said it any
Definitely,
better
definitely.
myself, my man.
Definitely.
Yo,
So hold on, real quick before we leave, Cash.
yeah.
Davidson, let the viewers that listen know what you're doing, what you're working on, what you're
Oh yeah,
producing.
right here
Like,
in the studio.
yo, what you got going on, man?
I
What
was
we
gonna
need to
get to
listen
this part.
to?
I was gonna get to this part. I was gonna
All
say I
right.
was gonna ask about the music because I didn't want it to be all down into the mud
Yeah,
or whatever. We got to talk about the music.
Yeah.
yeah. I have so many different routes right now. You ever like have so many things in your hand, like so many plans and goals, what you want to do,
Yeah.
and then I don't know things on YouTube. Put my music on YouTube, sending music out. Um, I don't know, just the business, doing everything the right way. Because a lot of people they get into music but don't know the business. I'm trying to learn the business.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I don't know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
figure.
got to know those
So,
details, man.
so where do people need to go to find that stuff? Put all that stuff out there.
Yeah, all these rappers be listening to the show, bro. Tell these rappers and these
What's
singers
your
where to
YouTube? Go
find their
ahead.
beats. How they be, and he don't do no free
Every
beats.
all my social stuff is Affidavit, the producer,
Okay.
at YouTube, at IG,
IG. Yeah.
All of
at
them.
SoundCloud.
On
At,
Twitter. On Twitter too.
no, not on Twitter.
Not on
You,
Twitter.
you can find me on like stuff too,
Okay.
Spotify. streaming
No
platform.
doubt. No
All
doubt.
right, cool.
Period. That's what I'm saying. That's we might have to I might have to get a one of them Spotify playlists and let it run behind the track. We're gonna get some beats,
Yeah,
let it run behind the track.
Oh,
Cause we usually
yeah.
have
Well, now
music
we'll
playing,
definitely,
but now,
we're just trying to figure out the new technology. We usually
yeah,
we have our drops of music in the background,
all
so
that stuff.
we're gonna figure it
Yeah,
out.
we'll add it all
how
in.
does Zoom? You could play like other people's music, like commercial music, or only you could play
I can play anything because we ain't getting paid for this.
Not yet.
Once we start getting paid, we gotta do, all about the royalties
I
and
think we still have to be careful though, even with.
licensing.
Yeah, I think we still have to be careful with licensing as well because people don't want their stuff out there like that
Yeah,
without
once
paying
you
for
pay
it.
for it, you pay for it.
Yeah,
If you we don't even need to pay for it, all we just pay for a clip of a song or
yeah,
something like that. When you say, yeah, that's it.
yeah.
That's it. But yeah, man,
All right, so
Affidavit, thank you for coming through today, man. We had a good time,
thank you,
good
thank
chat
you.
for sure. That was episode 75 of Control Chaos Show, everybody.
yo.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Hold on. We gotta pray real quick, Davidson.
Oh yeah, yeah. You got. I was gonna say I was gonna let him slide out because I know he got to go to bed.
We gotta get this prayer. Come on, let's get it. Let's
Word,
go
yeah,
to it.
go ahead, Jamel.
Cash.
Pray for me.
Father God, thank you so much for this day, this night, wherever you are listening to it. Just thank you for your love, Father God. Just thank you for allowing us to have this dialogue, Father God. Oh my gosh, I feel it right now. Thank you so much. We love you. We ask you just continue to help us be a better persons, a better country. Father God, just work on us and us through us any way you possible. Not just our neighbor, but help us realize what we need to work on ourselves, Father God. I'll be actually just be out there with the people that lost their lives and just comfort those families, Father God. I ask that you just bring some more awareness to this new hashtag Stop Asian Hate, Father God, and just help us become more of one and less distance, Father God. Just thank you so much for your love. Thank you for allowing this to even be possible. Get on us if we need to do what we need to do and do it the right way, Father God. I ask that you just be with Kirk Franklin and his family and everybody else that's going through a tough time. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. And one more last thing. Rest in peace to the baller, Elgin Baylor, one of the original
Yes.
black players who was an activist within the NBA. He was one of
And a
the he was the
monster.
first black player to refuse to play in a professional basketball game because they wouldn't let him into a hotel where the rest of the team was staying at in West Virginia, and restaurant they wouldn't let him eat in there. He sat out the game and didn't play, and that
And
is
he averaged like 30, 15, and 8 for his career or something like that. But
ridiculous numbers. Ridiculous numbers.
yeah.
So yeah, man, rest in peace
All
to
right.
Elgin Baylor. He left us this afternoon. David,
Davidson, thank you so much. Prayers and blessings in you and your family. God bless my brother.
Yo.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
y'all be good, man. Peace.
Uh,
Peace.
peace.